I imagine he was around obviously the time that the Conor had come out
Yeah.
of the scene and was blowing up. What was that like to be in the gym around those times, and sort of see the madness and see this guy go from, a guy being in the gym to a guy who's this worldwide megastar in front of your eyes. Obviously, I can imagine him giving massive motivation as well as a guy who's aspiring to be a pro and go on to make,
Yeah.
to do it for a living.
Yeah, it was crazy around that time, like, because I'll be 100% truthful, like, it was just like, because I always just seen Connor in the gym and we would train and whatever else, I never really looked at him like as like, oh, this is Conor McGregor, he's just a regular guy in the gym. Like, there was like Carl Pendred there, Chris Fields, my coach John Roddy, Paddy Houlihan, there was loads of the guys there. So I never really looked at Conor any different than I ever looked at them. Like, I was only until he started blowing up and I was like, I was nearly like, oh Jesus, like, he's just like normal like any of the rest of us. And I remember I remember specifically it was him and Cottle that said to me that they were training in America and they were like, look, they're not doing it over there that we're not doing here. Like, we've been there, and I kind of realised that when I went to Alpha Male as well, you see the guys on the TV and you're like, oh, that's like Uriah Faber and stuff like that. And then you get there and you're like, oh, they're just doing what we're doing. But yeah, when Connor started blowing up, it was just a crazy time to be around and be in the gym because it was just like you guys remember when he was blown up. It was just a mad time, wasn't it? Like, I remember I didn't even drive at the time. I was on the bus and I used to be so excited to get home to just watch interviews of him talking
Yeah.
and just because you knew he was gonna say some mad shit, like, so yeah, and then the way he could just go in and just switch people off, Connor is really good at that. He's so good at getting you out of position and getting you stretching. And as soon as, like, that's one thing that I notice about Spartan boxers a lot. As soon as you miss, they make you pay straight away. But in MMA, they're not quite as good as that. But Conor was really good at it. He would just make you miss by like a millimeter, and then you're like, you knew you all caught out of position, and then you're like, oh shit, the return is coming, and then it's bang bang.